Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw, live once again from the American Airlines Center, live in Dallas, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. We are live from the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. What a night we have in store for you. The energy in this building is absolutely electric. Last week we saw that shocking return of Edge, and the WWE Universe is still buzzing about it, but tonight we have even more big moments coming your way. That's right, Cole, and we have a huge Women's World Heavyweight Championship match tonight as Stephanie Vaquer puts her title on the line against Kiana James. After everything that happened at WrestleMania, these two are ready to tear each other apart. Oh man, shucky dookie, quack quack, you know it's going to be good. Stephanie Vaquer has been on a roll, but Kiana James is looking for revenge. This one is personal, and I can't wait to see who walks out with that goal. We also have the Raw General Manager Shawn Michaels with some major announcements tonight. And whatever HBK has planned, you know it's going to shake things up here on Raw. And of course, how can we forget the Gauntlet of the Man later tonight with Tatum Paxley looking to earn her shot at Becky Lynch's Intercontinental Championship. This night is stacked. Hold on a minute, but can someone there please explain to me why that man there last week, Randy Orton, punk kicked CM Punk? I mean, what the hell was that about? These two have history, but that was just cold-blooded. We'll have to wait if we get any answers on that one, Booker, but one thing is for sure, tonight on Raw, anything can happen, and it usually does. That's right, everyone, so buckle up, and this is going to be one hell of a show. Well, we're going to kick things off, and we're not going to have to wait much time for an explanation on why Edge is back on Monday Night Raw. Well, Edge made his return last week, spearing and laying out the never-seen 17 John Cena. And I believe Edge is going to take to the ring tonight. He's in gear. We're going to have to hear what the Rated R superstar and what his reasoning for coming back to Monday Night Raw is. Last week, I made my return to WWE after years away. I finally stepped back in this ring and the feeling was unreal. The energy, the lights, the roar of the crowd, it hit me all at once. I'm officially back where I belong. John Cena may have run away to take his break after my attack, but me, I'm here to stay. I didn't come back to sit on the sidelines or watch from the back. I came here to compete. I came back to fight. So tonight, right here on Raw, I'm putting the challenge out to anyone in the back. I want an opponent, and I want one right now. I've waited long enough to get back in this ring, and I've missed this feeling, the lights, the crowd, and the fight. If you are back there, thinking you can step up, if you think you can hang with the Rated R superstar, then I want a match tonight. Because I'm not leaving this arena until I get the fight that I came back for. So, this is my house again. So come on, who wants to step to Edge? Let's make this a night to remember. And if nobody's willing to come out right now, I'm going to go find somebody to get their ass kicked. Well, Edge is looking for competition tonight. The Rated R superstar says he isn't leaving the American Airlines Center till he gets it. It'll be an interesting one to watch this one progress, folks. Shawn, I just got done telling the whole world that I'm back and I'm ready to fight, but I need an opponent for tonight. I didn't want to come back here to wait around. I want to compete tonight right now. So what do you say as the general manager? Hook me up, man. Give me somebody tonight. I don't care who it is. I just want to get back in that ring and show everybody that I still have it. Edge, man. Before we get to all that, it's good to see you back here, really. But you know how this works. You just cut one hell of a fiery promo out there, and I guarantee you that somebody here heard it. Maybe have a look around this backstage area. It won't be long before somebody comes looking for you. They all heard it, what you said, you want to fight, and you'll get one. Just give it a minute, Edge. You know what, Shawn? It's crazy being back here with you. We've been through so much together. The Rated R era, the feuds, the matches that changed the business. And it all feels like a lifetime ago. But I'm not here for nostalgia tonight. I'm here to fight. I'm here to remind everyone why they used to fear the name Edge. So if somebody wants to step up, I'm right here waiting. Look, Edge, I know you are, and believe me, I can't wait to see it more than anyone. You and I, we've had some of the biggest moments in this company's history, but this is a new chapter. A new chapter for me, and a new chapter for you. So go ahead and get ready, because something tells me you're not going to be waiting very long. Good luck tonight, Edge, and welcome home. Thanks, Shawn. It's good to be back, but tonight isn't about the homecoming. Tonight is all about reminding everybody why they used to call me the ultimate opportunist. And let's see who's brave enough to find out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there, big man. Watch where you're going. Look at this. The Rated R superstar is back already and looking for a fight. How adorable. Look, LA Knight, I don't have time for your mouth tonight. If you got something to say, say it. Otherwise, get out of my way. I'm looking for a real opponent. Oh, I've got plenty to say. You come back after all this time, cut your little emotional promo, and now you think you can just demand a match in the main event? Newsflash, Edge, this isn't 2008 anymore. But you know what? Since you're so desperate to get your ass kicked tonight on your first night back, I'll do you a favour tonight in the main event. You versus me. Yeah. You want the main event? You got it. Tonight I'm going to remind everybody why they used to fear the name Edge, and that's going to be starting with you. We'll see about that. Let me tell you one thing right now, Mr. Rated R superstar. After I'm done with you tonight, the only thing people will be talking about is how LA Knight just sent the Rated R superstar packing on his first night back. Yeah. Ah, Solo Sikoa, just the man I was looking for. I saw what you and Jay did to Jacob last week. Family business is family business, but right now we got bigger things to discuss. Next week on Raw, because of the announcements I have to make, you'll get your one-on-one shot at Jacob Fatu for the World Heavyweight Championship. You earned that win with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, and I am a man of my word. Good, it's about damn time. I'm tired of waiting while Jacob walks around like he's the head of the table. He didn't want the bloodline at WrestleMania. He didn't want their help. But he's going to need it next week when I take that title from him. But before that, there's something else I need from the bloodline tonight. The Usos are the World Tag Team Champions. Ethan Page and The Miz are the WWE Tag Team Champions. And you kind of get where I'm going with this. Tonight, right here on Raw, under my reign, those two titles are going to be unified. Jay and Jimmy, I don't care what their alliances are, will compete tonight against Ethan Page and The Miz for the Unified Tag Team Championships. That match is happening right now. You want my cousins in a tag team match right now? I just got my title shot and now you're pulling them into this? They should be focused on backing me up against Jacob next week. Look, Solo, this isn't a request. This is an order. The Bloodline is going to represent Raw tonight and unify those tag titles with the former SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Then next week, you get your shot at Jacob. Fair is fair. Fine, but after Jay and Jimmy win those tag titles tonight, next week I'm taking Jacob's world title, and then the Bloodline will be on top of everything again, and you will acknowledge me. We'll see about that, Jacob. Now go and tell your cousins to get ready, and good luck tonight, Solo. Tell them that from me. Well, it looks like Fatu's here for vengeance, and Solo just got the news. The backstage assault from Fatu is going to send a message directly to the self-proclaimed new head of the table, Solo Sikoa. These two will go one-on-one next week on Raw for the World Heavyweight Championship. But right in here, right now, the tag titles need unifying. Well, we're not going to have to wait very long for the tag team unification, folks, because it kicks off, and it kicks off right now. Of course, Raw and SmackDown merging together to form one to compete against the fierce, uprising competitor that is All Elite Wrestling. Of course, you guys will be the determining factor to which show come out through the end of 2K26 and the year is the better show. Of course, the Usos are the current Raw World Tag Team Champions. The Ethan Page, the A-listers, Ethan Page and The Miz, are the SmackDown WWE Tag Team Champions. And tonight, they will bond into one. And if you listen to Shawn Michaels' words, you have to think that that has something to do with these titles all being unified. And as far as the tag team division goes, it doesn't get any bigger than this. This is going to be the old proverbial slobber knocker. The Usos, 3-time champions in this universe mode, 3 times tag team champions at that. Tonight they could technically become the 4-time tag team champions, but they're going to have to go through this team. And I have to say, I mean, we don't know the status of Ricky Saints and whether he's in with them or not. They offered to help him capture the United States Championship from Penta. He failed. What's next for, well, the A-listers? They're creating quite the group right now. And it's going to head over to Monday Night Raw. It's going to be interesting. So much going on. The Bloodline, Vanity Project, the A-listers, faction warfare everywhere, I guess. And them tag team championships that are about to be unified will be the goal for all of them. But you have to think the advantage is in the corner of the Usos. Just more tag team experience. This man can never be doubted. Let's not forget, I'll remind you, main evented WrestleMania 27 as the defeating and winning and retaining the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 27 against John Cena. Grand Slam champion, everything, every accolade you can think of in the WWE, this man actually has. And that's what it's all about, folks, the World Tag Team Championships, and it will be the WWE Tag Team Championships. And I'm proud to announce right here, right now, that the winner of this match will be presented with new Tag Team Championships. We have to wait what Shawn Michaels is going to say later about the rest of whatever's going on. He's got some huge announcements tonight, but we're focused on tag team action tonight. And a new set of tag team titles coming to the red brand. And when it's all-out warfare with a powerhouse tag team division like AEW, they are competing. It's going to be very interesting to see how Shawn Michaels attempts to respond to Mick Foley's gargantuan and amazing episode of Dynamite last Tuesday. If you haven't checked that out, it's an incredible episode. And maybe some of you are AEW fans, but highly recommend going over and checking that out. And Jey Uso going to start this one off fast. Probably the best way to do it. And if you're the Usos, it's simple. The goal is simple for the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa enlisting the aid of at least Jey Uso for now, attacking Jacob Fatu last week, is to run Monday Night Raw. Of course, speaking of the Bloodline, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins not in the building tonight, but they will be back next week. Of course, so much talent on Raw. We need to rotate in and out, and hopefully we'll get some response from the other side of the coin, Cody Rhodes' side, regarding that championship later tonight. Why did Randy Orton punt kick and cost CM Punk his opportunity at the WWE Championship? Well, I'm sure we'll find out more later tonight. Point ones to the sky from Jimmy Uso. Tag team made to Jey. Ethan Page going to crawl to his veteran team partner, The Miz. And clothesline from Jey. Nice reversal there from The Miz. Veteran instinct from the one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions in a reverse DDT, taking down one half of the World Tag Team Champions. Jey Uso can barely roll out the way. The Miz is lining him up. Could be a big move here. Hurricanrana. And like I said, I'm very interested to see what the dynamic in the future looks like for the A-listers. That's what they've called themselves. Of course, Ricky Saints now, we think, a member. Is anyone else going to join? What's the goal? What's the task at hand? Into the corner we go. Excuse me. Now we're going to see some tag team offense from the WWE Tag Team Champions. That's always a good sign when you're working well together. Fairly new on the scene of the A-listers, but the faction itself looks to be blossoming quite nicely, you know. Winning that tag team tournament on SmackDown to, beating Carmelo and Trick Williams on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. Of course, that was obviously no thanks to Trick Williams turning on Carmelo Hayes. We saw him defeat Carmelo Hayes last week. It's going to be interesting to see what developments happen between them two. Them two very very animalistic, angry. There's a lot of animosity. That's the word I was looking for between Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, and that's going to unfold over the coming weeks on Raw as we build to Backlash. Of course, I don't have a set date on Backlash yet. It will be as and when I'm ready. It won't be like 2 months, but it'll be maybe another 3 weeks. A double back body drop here from the A-listers. They're admiring the work. I have to say, I'm impressed with them, whatever you think. I think they've done a good job here tonight. Of course, with the tag team unification, you're looking at 2 factions potentially leading Monday Night Raw. It's going to be interesting to see the fallout as well from whoever does win and whoever does lose this match. You know, the faction might be damaged in a clothesline from Big Jim Uso. This is a stomp from Jimmy Uso there. Smart work from Jimmy Uso. Of course, this match does have a 15-minute time limit if you haven't seen the community post. Title matches and main events, 15-minute time limit. All normal weekly show matches, 10-minute time limit. And of course, we have the Gauntlet up next, I believe. That's just kind of a loose time limit, but it will be like 15, 20 minutes. Can Tatum Paxley run the Gauntlet? We'll find out. Ethan Page now going to work. Reversal into the DDT from All Ego Ethan Page as the A-listers look to continue the momentum here that they've built. They've had a very strong start to this match, I have to say. That man there, All Ego Ethan Page, much like his new buddy Ricky Saints, has had multiple attempts at that United States Championship and a nice DDT there from Big Jim. Of course, he's occupied with tag team gold with the leader, The Miz, and of course Ricky Saints. The goal is simple: the United States Championship. What the hell's Ethan Page got in mind here? All Ego taking it to the outside and a back body drop on the apron. And Jey Uso's not far behind, is he? Just walked into the shark-infested waters there, did Ethan Page, after dropping Jimmy Uso with that back body drop. What the hell's Jey Uso? Jessica Carr needs to restore some order in this match because Jey Uso's just unloading and he's not even the legal man. She's too bothered about counting out Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso just letting loose now and taking Ethan Page into the corner. Storm the knee. And Jimmy Uso, has made it back into the ring. That's good to see. We're going to get a definitive result, I hope. Reversal here from Jimmy Uso. Tag team unification bout here, folks. If you've just joined us, welcome to the goddamn show. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. Jey Uso. Wait a second. That's Jacob Fatu. And he's taking out Jey Uso for that attack last week from Jey and Solo. He's going to drag Jey Uso like a proverbial... going to whip him like a government mule. Now that leaves Jimmy in the ring on his own. And of course these two, it's a 2-on-1, it's a handicap situation. And that's a back body drop. Wait a second. Looking for Twisted Grin. And Ethan Page hits it. And the A-listers unify the tag team division. Thanks to Jacob Fatu, the World Heavyweight Champion. Well, there's no smoke without fire. We saw him take out Solo Sikoa backstage. Jey Uso, we don't know where the hell he's dragged him. You can't attack the Samoan Werewolf and expect no repercussions. But all that matters right now is the A-listers are your unified tag team champions. Brad, did you see do you see that? Ethan Page and The Miz just walked out with the unified tag team titles. That could have been us. That should have been us. Being the Vanity Project standing tall with gold around our waists. But it's not too late. I need you and Ricky Smokes to go after those tag titles. There's an upcoming tournament coming, and I want the Vanity Project to dominate it, and we are taking over the tag team division. You're damn right, boss. Me and Ricky are more ready than ever. We've been waiting for this moment. Those tag titles are as good as ours. No team in the back can touch us when we're on the same page. That's what I like to hear. And while you two go handle the tag team division, I'm going to go find Shawn Michaels. I've got my eyes on Penta's United States Championship. The Vanity Project is going to hold the gold on every front. Go get it, boss. We'll take care of business on our end. The Vanity Project is about to take over this entire company. Nobody is safe from us. Exactly, Brad, and this is just the beginning. We're not here to participate. We're here to dominate. Now, go and find Ricky. Start preparing for those tag titles. They are coming home to the Vanity Project. Consider it done, boss. We'll prepare. The Vanity Project is taking over Raw, one title at a time. Well, Dr. Thirst is going to ask for an opportunity at Penta. I mean, I can't wait to see what happens with that one. I'd be open to a Jackson Drake. I mean, he did have a good performance in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. Maybe that is enough to prove to Shawn Michaels that he deserves a US title opportunity. But we'll find out more about that. Right now, we're focused on the Gauntlet match, and Becky has called this the Gauntlet of the Man. Now, interestingly, Shawn Michaels has made this match a bit more interesting. So it is a Gauntlet Eliminator match. But now, not only if Tatum wins, will she become the number one contender, whoever is the last woman standing will automatically become the number one contender for Becky Lynch. So Sol Ruka, of course, is in the Gauntlet. 4-woman Gauntlet. Nice, short, simple, the Gauntlet of the Man. Here comes Izzy Dame. The truth will come to light, says Izzy Dame. And tonight in this Gauntlet match, she's going to have to last 3 other opponents out last, because look at the draw, every 30 seconds another superstar will enter, and one of those includes Tatum Paxley. The match order for the Gauntlet was picked completely at random. 4 random balls were in the back, and that was how the order was decided. No favoritism, complete randomness. But I'm excited to see who can go on and compete against Rebecca Lynch. We'll find out when that match is very shortly. Of course, as you just heard, or you're going to hear, the Intercontinental and the United States Championships remaining exactly the same. Both titles will still be active. Now we're going to start this up with a bit of wrestling there. A rake at the back there from Izzy Dame. She's not daft. She knows exactly how to start and pace this match. Nice reversal from Sol Ruka. And all eyes have got to be on Sol Ruka this match. I think if anybody, obviously we're all rooting for Tatum, I think, but if anybody could shock the system, it's going to be Sol Ruka. We don't know who the other woman is, by the way. Completely random here. Oh, here she comes. Tatum Paxley's time is now. Her time to prove to Becky Lynch that she deserves a number one contendership opportunity. I mean, you can kind of guess it from Becky's standpoint. Tatum showing up on Raw after WrestleMania last week and just demanding. It's a bit of psychological warfare there, and Tatum with a kick straight to Izzy Dame. A lot of history there in NXT between all 3 of these women, in fact. It's an NXT affair, and there's the 4th superstar still to make their way to the ring. Wonder who that will be. Sol Ruka now with a chair. Not very like her to go for the weapon, and we're only going to have to wait 10 seconds for the next entrant. Who will it be? Oh, it's a debut. Big Cat Keita. The dynamic here has just shifted. Here she comes, and Sol Ruka's going to greet her. Welcome to Monday Night Raw, Nikita Lyons. I think that's a huge acquisition for Shawn Michaels. Of course, he's done some divvying around with the rosters. You can see it in my Discord. You can see the rosters on the community post. I think I posted them. Some divvying around as Shawn Michaels. Some releases, some signees now, and that's a big signing. The entire women's division just got put on notice with that. Nikita Lyons. She could be set to compete with Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship. Actually, Vaquer, like, the MMA background could go all the way in this match. It's a full NXT affair, or a former NXT affair here. She's going to lock up with Sol Ruka, and a little bit of a collision there. Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley, we know their history in NXT, and a neck breaker from Sol Ruka. And Big Cat Keita shocked the world on her debut. We saw Blake Monroe win the Royal Rumble on a debut. Stranger things have happened. Irish whip into the corner goes Nikita Lyons. Driven there from Izzy Dame. She's going to go work on Sol Ruka. Over the top rope goes Izzy Dame. And look at Sol Ruka. Springing around the ring like an Olympic gymnast. Nikita Lyons now going to feel the wrath of Sol. Maybe not. Because one thing about Big Cat Keita is the striking game. It can be devastating, those kicks. The neck breaker. Tatum reads it. Because all eyes are on Tatum this match, I think. But you can't help but be distracted by the athleticism of Sol Ruka. Look at this wonderful neck breaker there from Paxley in the middle of the ring. And the two women on the outside. Izzy Dame whipping Sol Ruka like a government mule. Now Keita's going to whip Tatum like a government mule. And how many mules does the government own? Made famous by Jerry the King Lawler, that scene. Nikita Lyons. Oh God, we've seen her do that on NXT, that split-legged drop. That's a kick out from Tatum. She's got to fight out of this. She's probably the target, the main target for everybody. Touting big things this year for Tatum Paxley. For all four of these women, to be fair. Big Cat Keita from the top ropes with a clothesline. Takes him down. Tatum Paxley. Oh, and kendo stick shock that could be heard throughout the entirety of Dallas there from Sol Ruka to the face, but it seems to have left Nikita Lyons unfazed. She's going to... The thing with Nikita Lyons is the incredible flexibility. It's not to be expected from any human being how flexible she can be. She's going to roll out the ring now. Sol Ruka is doing a great job. She might work at the Home Depot. Oh my God! Well, she looks by this performance like she's looking for a job in Home Depot because she's bringing out all the furniture from underneath the ring. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and that corkscrew moonsault connects from Tatum Paxley to Izzy Dame. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Good night. Izzy Dame, thank you for coming. Tatum Paxley with one elimination. It's a bit of a gutting start. She kind of walked into it, Tatum Paxley there, and Tatum stood in the ring like a mad woman with that kendo stick. Well, Big Cat Keita and Sol Ruka fight on the outside. I think this women's division is actually as hot as it gets. Oh, and the kendo stick shot to Nikita Lyons there. That'll light up your chest and your back. Lacerations all over the place. And Tatum now just admiring her work. She needs to be careful. Nikita slid in the ring, chasing her. Tatum Paxley went for a big move there, but it was reversed. Now an Irish whip into the corner, reversed by Tatum Paxley. She's doing a tremendous job. Look at the neck breaker here, incredible. What work here from Tatum Paxley. She's been incredible this entire match. Now Sol Ruka, like Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17, is trying to make the ring look like a chair fest. She's not afraid to use it either. And Sol now, athleticism, splashing the corner on Paxley. Becky Lynch will definitely have an eye on this. She went through a brutal war with Nikki Bella at WrestleMania. It's no surprise that she's not willing to compete. Well, hopefully she will soon. Paxley there with a big foot. Of course, at Backlash. We'll find out exactly if Becky's got a match or what she's going to do. We don't know when. We'll find out for sure very shortly. The winner of this Gauntlet match, when they will face Becky Lynch. Irish whip now out to the outside goes Sol. Looks like Tatum Paxley wants an isolated fight with Nikita Lyons. Jawbreaker. Tatum now. Oh, she's going to whip Nikita Lyons. Went for that big kendo stick. Oh, and over the cranium. God damn it. Tatum Paxley's certainly not afraid to use weaponry, but I'll tell you what, the resilience of Nikita Lyons is surprising everybody here tonight. And I'm just going to throw that out there. She's impressed me. And a DDT. And I believe Tatum Paxley's bleeding. Sporting a crimson mask here tonight, and all three women are down. Only one of them can leave the American Airlines Center as your #1 contender for that WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, held currently by the man, Becky Lynch. Now Sol's going to take advantage of that. Got to be careful. That devastating finisher, the Soul Snatcher, really does do what the description says in a clothesline from Sol. Just working away here. Tatum Paxley. There's no time limit on this one, folks. Not to my knowledge. But next up, we're going to see the time limit in effect. As Kiana James challenges for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship that she lost at WrestleMania. One-on-one action. Just a reminder of the time limits if you're not sure. Weekly normal matches, 10-minute time limit. For title matches and main events, 15 minutes is the maximum. It's going to be exciting to see how the format addresses, and with the time limits being reintroduced into the WWE since the first time in over 2 decades, should be able to produce episodes that are very good length. Because if the match does go to a draw, it's a draw. Nothing you can do about that. Now Solrook is really feeling the pace now. A moonsault to Nikita Lyons. I don't think she's going to need much more to put down Nikita here. Forearm. What's going on here? A fisherman suplex there. What the hell's Tatum doing? She's going to go for a pinfall on Nikita. That was a bit silly there from Tatum, but a kick out won. I think Nikita might have had Sol beaten there. That fisherman suplex. Tatum wants all the glory. I think she wants to prove to everybody that she can eliminate all 3 women. A kick out from Nikita somehow, somewhere. She's been impressive on her debut, I have to say. I'm usually not one for big compliments, but very impressed with Nikita Lyons here. Just off the turnbuckle, there goes Paxley. And now Solrook going back to the Home Depot back store. No, she isn't. Thought she was going to go into the warehouse. Kendo stick in hand. Clothesline. What the hell's Solrook got in mind? Look at that springboard. A splash to Nikita Lyons. I think she'll need much more, to be fair. Oh, the kendo stick. She's just going to whip away. I can already see it. Oh, Jesus. Breaks the kendo stick off Nikita Lyons. That's surely enough to eliminate her. And Nikita is eliminated. What great debut for Nikita. Sol or Paxley. One of these women will face Becky Lynch. I firmly believe that match will take place at Backlash. I don't know, I'm not sure Michaels. Maybe he has other plans before that, who knows. Like, you see with the #1 contenders, Solo and Jordan, he's trying to get stuff out of the way and get things sorted. And now Tatum might be looking for a springboard, a big springboard here. Good on her. Oh, wait a second. That's big. And of course, in a gauntlet match, there's no disqualification. A manhandle slam on the outside. The Intercontinental Champion might have just cost Tatum Paxley this goddamn match. And a Soul Snatcher. Crowd are booing. What the hell? The referee counts to 3. And Tatum Paxley loses. Well, I guess it means that Solrook versus Becky Lynch is happening for the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, Becky might think she's helped herself. I actually think Sol could be a bit more of a difficult opponent. No disrespect to Tatum, but might have shot herself in the foot there. Finn, hey man, you got a second? I've been keeping an eye on Oba Femi lately, and I gotta be honest with you, the guy is obsessed. He wants the demon bad, and he's not gonna let this go. I know that you're trying to move forward and do things differently now, but you need to be careful. Oba isn't just talking, he's fixated, and he won't stop until he gets what he wants. Look, Dom, I appreciate you looking out for me, Dom, really, but let me make this perfectly clear. The demon is not coming back again. Not for Oba, not for anyone. That part of me is done. I've moved on, and it's about time everybody else does the same. I'm here as Finn Balor now, and if Oba wants a fight, he can have Finn Balor, but the demon stays buried. End of story. Look, I respect that, Finn. I do, but you should know that things are starting to get restless in the back, and there's talk of a tournament being set up for the Intercontinental title #1 contendership. And if you want your rematch with Oba, or he wants a rematch with you, you're probably going to have to earn it the hard way. Just wanted to give you a heads up as a friend. I got you back out there. Thanks, Storm, I appreciate it. If there's a tournament, then so be it. I'll go through however I need to. The demon is staying in the past where it belongs. Just stay sharp, Finn's all I'm saying. Oba isn't the type to take no for an answer, and good luck. I'll be watching. AJ Lee, look, I saw what happened at WrestleMania. You finally beat Jade Cargill and became the WWE Women's Champion, only for Paige to cash in and steal it from you. That one must have hurt. But let's both be honest with each other for a second. You've got a bigger problem than Paige right now. Alexa Bliss has been obsessed with you for months. She attacked you last week, and she's not going to stop. You need help. Look, Charlotte, I don't need your help. I've handled worse than Alexa and Paige before, and I'll deal with them in my own way. That's exactly what I thought you'd say, but you're not thinking straight. Alexa is unhinged right now. She wants to destroy you, and I'm offering an alliance. Temporary, of course. We both want Alexa out of the picture. An alliance with you after everything you've said and done to me in the past? You expect me to just believe you're being nice? I'm not being nice, I'm being smart. Alexa is a threat to both of us, and if we work together, we can take her out and settle our own business later. What do you say? Look, I'll think about it, but don't get it twisted, Charlotte. I don't trust you, not for a second. Good, and you shouldn't, but for now, we have a common enemy, and let's make sure Alexa Bliss regrets coming across either one of us. Rhea Ripley, just the other person I was looking for. I've been watching you tear through the women's division like a wild animal, putting Bianca on the shelf at WrestleMania and attacking Julia last week. You're on a real warpath. I like it and I respect it, but let's be real, Rhea. You're making a lot of enemies here very quickly, and sooner or later, they're all going to come for you. Good, let them come. Put Bianca out because she didn't deserve to be in the same ring as me, and I attacked Julie because she needed to learn her place. I'm not here to make friends, Charlotte. I'm here to destroy. The whole women's division is scared of me right now, and they should be. I'm the nightmare. I'm the one who ends careers, and I'm just getting started. Look, Rhea, I'm not scared of you, but I do see an opportunity. We both want the same thing, to be at the very top. Maybe we don't have to tear each other apart right now, but maybe we can work together for at least for a little while. You want to team up with me? That's very interesting. But I don't think for a second I need your help. I can break this entire division on my own. Look, I'm not saying you need me, but what I'm saying is I think we could be unstoppable together. The Queen and the Nightmare running this division? Think about it. I'll think about it, but if we do go this way, it's going to be on my terms, and if you do end up crossing me, I'll put you on the shelf right next to Bianca. Bit of backstage politicking. Rhea, there you are. I just saw you talking to Charlotte. What did that snake want? She's always plotting something, that woman. Honestly, nothing important. She was trying to talk about working together, like I need her help. I can run this division on my own, and I'm just fine. I don't really need anyone. Exactly, you don't need her. But good news, bestie. I just got us a title shot. Next week on Raw, we're facing Lyra and Bayley for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Yes, this is going to be perfect. I'll see you out there, bestie. We're taking over once again. Well, folks, I don't quite just believe what I witnessed backstage between all the women. But anyways, let's move forward. Backstage politicking galore. We are now in ring, or about to be in ring, with the ruler, Oba Femi. Finn Balor, I'm standing here after WrestleMania begging you to bring the demon back. I got myself disqualified out of pure frustration, and I'm a big man and I can admit that, because you wouldn't give me the real fight that I wanted. I drew with you at the Elimination Chamber, and that wasn't enough. I need the monster. I've been undefeated for a month. I've held this Intercontinental title for a combined 270 days. I am the ruler of this division, and I want the biggest challenge possible. So Finn, if you're listening, bring the demon back and let me slay the monster once and for all. Oba, sorry to cut you off right there. I hear you loud and clear, but There have been a few complaints from the locker room lately, wrestlers saying there aren't opportunities, and that's not going to be happening under my reign. So in the spirit of fairness, we are starting an Intercontinental title #1 contenders tournament very soon. Finn Balor will be in that tournament, but just like everybody else, he will have to earn his way to you, just like everyone. A tournament, well fine, but Finn better win every single match. Because I don't want regular Finn Balor, I want the Demon. And if he doesn't bring back the Demon to me, I'll destroy him and move on to the next challenge. The Ruler is ready for war. Well, unfortunately for Oba Femi, Shawn Michaels is running things a little bit differently than William Regal did last year. And, I mean, he's had 2 shots at Finn Balor and it wasn't good enough. And I mean, that's no disrespect to Finn, obviously an incredible competitor. Took Oba Femi the distance in terms of he actually won the match at WrestleMania by disqualification, but under rules, it doesn't change hands under that. And draw at Elimination Chamber. But we've got to turn our attentions now and focus on this match, because it's the Women's World Championship. This is a big match, folks, because Kiana James, who won the championship back at Elimination Chamber, had a short reign up until WrestleMania, successfully defended against the woman she's facing. The roles reversed here tonight. She successfully defended that title thanks to the help of, obviously, Miss Monroe at Saturday night's main event, Mexico City last season. Kiana wants her title back, and this one I can confirm, folks, everybody is banned from ringside. Shawn Michaels is doing a tremendous job on his second night. The general manager, he's made sure the security surrounding the Titantron area. This is going to be a one-on-one match, and it's going to have a finish. Well, La Primera has been a very noble champ. She's willing to face all newcomers, and the reign of Stephanie Vaquer, the reign of Paige, could be an interesting one going forward. We're going to hear more from Shawn Michaels about exactly what's going to happen at Backlash. Obviously some information stemming out of that. We saw earlier the tag team titles unified. So I think I kind of get the direction that Shawn's doing, and I understand why, because, you know, AEW launching, they had a great premiere episode. You've got to do your best to compete, and sometimes when there's multiple titles going on, it can get confusing. He's trying to streamline it. I get it, I hear it. Here we go, folks. Women's World Championship on the line. Representing Chile is Stephanie Vaquer from San Jose. She's going to have to be perfect tonight, in my opinion, is Kiana James. Of course, there will be a 15-minute time limit on this match, as I mentioned earlier. Time limit's in effect from right now. Every match will have a time limit. That's what we want to see. Apart from PLEs, PLEs are it's sort of a gentleman's agreement that they have like an unwritten time limit, but they will be a little bit longer, I'd have thought. Maybe 15 minutes. 15, 20 minutes. Here we go. You can see the timer in the top right. In effect, should that countdown run out of time, the match will result in a draw, and Stephanie Vaquer in this situation, in this match, will remain your WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, 15 minutes is a long time in a wrestling match, and Kiana now looking to chain wrestle with Stephanie Vaquer. Don't know if that's the smartest thing to do against La Primera, but we'll find out in this exchange. Both women jockeying for positions. It looks like Kiana James is going to start things. Oh, Stephanie driving her away. The power of Stephanie. The thing with Stephanie is you look at the size difference between her and Kiana, but then look at the legs of Stephanie. The sheer base core force of Stephanie Vaquer is so underrated, and a nice back body drop there and a leg drop to follow. Good start from the world champion. Of course, much more to come on Raw tonight, because the show has a main event, and that main event will be Edge versus LA Knight in Edge's first match back in WWE in a multitude of years. I'm very excited to see the Rated R superstar. And Stephanie there swinging at the fences from the middle rope, misses to no avail. She's going to reverse there. Headlock takedown there from Stephanie. I have to say, flawless is Stephanie Vaquer's game so far. World Championship on the line. Referee in charge, Rod Zapata, will be keeping an eye on that time, that clock. It's important that they do keep an eye on the clock. This is part of Shawn Michaels' introduction to Raw. Of course, AEW doing the same. He's trying to compete, and a little devil's kiss. Because that time limit does actually... the reason why it's been brought in by both Mick Foley and Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley respectively, the manager of AEW, is to make sure that the episodes are to the required length that is required from Jack the owner. Plus he's allowed them a 60 to 90 minute time limit per episode. They're trying to get well within close to the 60 mark, produce as much action as possible. They're doing a fantastic job, I have to say. The premiere episode of Raw last week was a barn burner, a little bit obviously in a different format, but set the grounds for what we have here tonight. AEW Dynamite, I mentioned it 2 times earlier, great episode, premiere episode. Even if you're not a fan of AEW, definitely worth checking that episode out, see what the competition's doing. Speaking of competition here, Kiana James is starting to take back control in this match, and an Irish whip into the corner and a big forearm from the former Women's World Champion. Because let's not forget, she was the one who was pinned at WrestleMania. The rematch clause is invoked. She won the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship inside the chamber by pinning that woman right there, Stephanie Vaquer. And it's 2-1 in pins to Kiana James. Saturday night's main event, Mexico City. The retirement of Rey Mysterio. Kiana James, whether it be with help, managed to pin the current WWE Women's World Champion to defend back then. And now a powerbomb here from Stephanie Vaquer. I said it earlier, I say it again, it's the strength of Stephanie Vaquer is something to be admired. And a roll out there. That's that big announcement coming from Shawn Michaels. I believe that's up next. Very intrigued to see what the Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper, and Stephanie with a snap suplex has to say about the future and how Raw's going to look into his reign. I thought Regal had a good year last year. Shawn, the chosen general manager by Jack this year for Monday Night Raw. Of course, as you guys know, Raw and AEW going head to head. It's going to be up to you guys which is the better show come the end of the year. There will be a vote for promotion of the year, pay-per-view of the year, match of the year. So both Shawn and Mick Foley doing everything and putting out world title matches like this, and of course trying their best to deliver a great product. Kiana James there just going to rag the hair of Stephanie Vaquer. Because dirty underhanded tactics. Referee in charge, Rod Zapata, did miss that. I wish he'd get a goddamn control on this match sometimes. Stephanie Vaquer there with the reversals. Looked like Kiana was going for a back suplex there and a meteora, and it's wide of the mark. Now Kiana's going to punish Stephanie Vaquer, driving her face into the mat. I have to say I'm impressed with both these ladies throughout their tenure on Monday Night Raw. Of course, with Shawn Michaels' division restructuring, both these ladies managed to make it. Actually managed to continue their contracts. Of course, as I don't know if you guys know or I've mentioned this, but every year once the WrestleMania hits, I mean, we're technically in the 3rd year now, but I say it's the 2nd. Every year we look at contracts. Some people go, some people leave. These two ladies, of course, seen as very, very high prospects, especially in the world title picture for Shawn over the coming year, and a clothesline from Kiana. The road to Backlash is heating up. Of course, we already know one match announced for Backlash. It will be made official by the general manager, and that is Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Them two will be in the building next week. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with each other. A pinfall attempt here from Stephanie Vaquer. Has Kiana James potentially beat Rod Zapata with a 2 count, and the former world champion gets her shoulder up in time. Goes Vaquer at WrestleMania. Oh, wait a second. SVB. And it could be over for the businesswoman. Kick out from Kiana. As I was saying, it was that corkscrew moonsault that got Stephanie the victory at WrestleMania. The SVB doesn't look to be enough, but another devil's kiss to satisfy the Dallas crowd might change the complexion of this match. Of course, next week next Raw, I'll have a very firm understanding of when Backlash is. I think provisionally it's going to be another 2 weeks of Raw, 2 to 3 weeks. Dynamite's going to have 6 for Dynasty. So Backlash actually coming first now. And wait a second, Meteora could be lined up. Stephanie looks like she's feeling the pace of this match here, just taking a little bit of time to recover. Maybe build her strength back up. That's going to allow Kiana time to recover, and the Meteora misses. Maybe a little bit naive there from La Primera. But she's going to catch Kiana James regardless. Kiana with a reversal. And a spine buster from Kiana James that the game would have been proud of. Now back to her feet. Could be in trouble. We saw her put away Stephanie Vaquer with a similar move. Both these women trying to find her. Oh, Stephanie Vaquer's bleeding like a stuffed pig. Oh, God. Eat defeat. And this is... You can't take your eyes off this action at all because it's back and forth. It's back and forth. It's big move. It's kick out. It's everything. And a German suplex, and Kiana's on the ropes. Good ring awareness there from Kiana to get her feet on the ropes immediately off that German suplex. But she looks to be in trouble. 7 minutes left on the clock. If that timer does expire, I'll say it again and I'll keep reminding you. If that timer does expire, the match will end in a draw. Stephanie Vaquer will still be the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion. That's a sweep of the leg there from Kiana James, and she's going to continue ragging the hair and going to cheap underhanded tactics here on La Primera. Into the top rope there. Not something we usually see with Kiana, and feeling froggy. Could be enough. Kick out there from the champ. Not much left in the tank. Just over 5 minutes left in this contest, folks. That main event, of course, LA Knight Edge will be another 15-minute time limit. Next week, you're going to see the 10-minute rules under force, and the Meteora finally hits. Double knee is in the corner, and Stephanie Vaquer is in range, and she's dialing it up. Corkscrew, moonsault. Vaquer to retain, and does. The crowd chanting one more time. It didn't need a second time, I'll let you know that for damn sure. These two ladies put on a real proverbial match here. It was very closely contested. Don't let the time limit fool you. The world champion is still Stephanie Vaquer, and that's another successful, well, that's her first successful defense. Of course, going forward, we're going to hear what Shawn Michaels' announcement is very shortly, and that's up next, folks, and it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be landscape changing, so he says. So we'll have to tune in and listen into that one, see what Shawn has to say regarding the future of the championships, the Raw, of everything. Now, Stephanie Vaquer can enjoy, finally, putting Kiana James in the rear view mirror. What's next for Stephanie Vaquer? I mean, La Primera has been absolutely exceptional since being champion, or even before that. Fell up a little bit short, but now she is on top of the mountain. Blake, I just finished defending my Women's World Heavyweight Championship against Kiana James. Another successful title defense as well. But I can see that look on your face. You're angry, aren't you? You're upset that Kiana got the rematch instead of you. But let's be honest, at WrestleMania, you weren't the one who got pinned. Kiana was. But she earned the rematch clause, not you. Earned it? And that's a complete joke, and you know it, Stephanie. I won the Royal Rumble, and I chose the Women's World title. It should have been me in that match tonight, not Kiana. You and Kiana keep fighting over my title while I'm forced to sit on the sidelines like some afterthought. I'm done waiting. I want what's mine. What's yours? Last time I checked, I'm the one holding the title. If you want a shot so badly, you're going to have to earn it, just like everybody else around here. Earn it? I already earned it when I won the Royal Rumble, but fine, if that's how you want to play it. Just know that I'm coming for that title. When I get my hands on it, I'm never giving it back. Bring it then, Blake. I'm a fighting champion. I'm not afraid of you or anyone else, but if you think you can just demand whatever you want, you're going to learn the hard way. We'll see about that, champ. But mark my words, this thing here, it isn't over between us. Coming for you and that title, and it'll be sooner rather than later. Well, I think Blake Monroe's heard enough, and into the monitor goes the World Heavyweight Champion. Absolutely relentless here from Blake Monroe. Let's be honest, I'm not one for advocating this kind of behaviour, but she is technically earned a one-on-one contest from the Royal Rumble win. Well, the GM's making his way to the ring, and I can only assume this is for that gigantic announcement that he's got. So let's listen in with the Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania, as he takes to the microphone in what should be a landscape-changing announcement. We are deep into Monday Night Raw here in Dallas, and this energy in this arena is off the charts. We've seen incredible action all night long, and we are just getting started. But before we head into the main event, I need to make something official. At Backlash, we are unifying the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship into one undisputed men's championship. The same thing is happening on the women's side. The Women's World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Women's title will become one undisputed Women's Championship. It doesn't matter who is holding those titles going into Backlash, whether it's Jacob, Solo, Cody Rhodes, Stephanie, Paige. Those titles are coming together at Backlash. Backlash will be a historic night. One man and one woman will leave Backlash as the undisputed champions of their divisions. No more split brands, no more separate titles, just the best versus the best. The United States Championship and the Intercontinental Championship for both divisions will remain the same. So to every champion and every contender in the back, including Solo and Jordan, the time is now. Step up, bring everything you've got, because only one man and one woman will walk out of St. Louis as the undisputed champion. The era of change is here. And with fierce competition from an AEW, it starts tonight. Now let's finish this show the right way with a main event that you'll never forget. Interesting announcement from the general manager. So Jordan Grace, who won the China Memorial Battle Royale, and Solo, who gets his opportunity next week, one of them could walk into Backlash to unify the division. Alright, you two, take a breath. I just finished making the announcement out there, and I knew both of you would have something to say about it. Paige, I know you just won the WWE Women's Championship, and you're upset about the unification at Backlash, I get it. This is how we're moving forward. One undisputed champion on each side. This is bullshit, Shawn. I just won this title, and you're telling me I have to unify it? I shouldn't have to defend it against the world champion just because you want to make a big statement against All Elite Wrestling. And what about me and my title shot? Randy Orton just punk kicked me last week for no reason. I'm sitting out here injured. I tell you what, Shawn, I want Randy at Backlash. I'll be cleared by then, and I want Orton one-on-one. Punk, I hear you. You're not cleared quite yet. You will be by Backlash. As soon as the doctors give you the green light, I'll make the match with Orton. I'm not risking your career just because you're angry. Hello? I'm not risking my title just because you want to unify everything. This isn't fair, Shawn. I earned this championship by winning the Money in the Bank. Now I have to put it on the line against the world champion? Look, both of you are frustrated, and I completely understand. But this is the direction we're going in. One undisputed champion for the men, one for the women at Backlash, and that decision is final. Fine, but mark my words, when I'm cleared at Backlash, Orton is mine. No excuses. No running. I want him in that ring so I can make him regret ever putting his boot in my face. And if I have to unify this title, then so be it. But I'm not going down without a fight. I just became champion and I plan on it staying that way. That's the spirit now. Both of you focus on getting ready for Backlash. It's coming fast and things are only going to get more intense around here under my reign. Well, folks, LA Knight makes his way to the ring for the main event, but we have to talk about what's just been announced, and that's the unification of the World Championships on both the men and the women's. You've got two ladies, Stephanie Vaquer, who before Backlash, Edge's entrance, before Backlash will have to defend against Shawn and Grix at some point because she won the Memorial Battle Royale. Then she'll go head-to-head with what we believe will be Paige, because World Champion Jacob Fatu takes on Solo Sikoa next week. Either one of them men will face Cody Rhodes to unify the World Championship division. Shawn did mention the women's and the men's mid-card titles, the United States and the Intercontinental Championships, both will remain on Raw. They are not being unified throughout the year. They are staying separate. Just to clear that up. Well, we've got to turn our attention here to our main event. 15-minute time limit. These two men earlier in the night coming across each other backstage. Edge asking for an opponent. He found it very quickly in LA Knight, who longest reigning champion in the entire universe mode. Over 400 days as your United States champion. What the hell's Edge going for here? And that's missed wide of the mark. Edge, a former 11-time world champion. He definitely wants to get back to the top of the mountain. Quite emotional for us here at the announcer's desk, seeing that Edge is back and he's not just back for a one-night thing. It's good to see Edge back in the WWE. Many people predicted at the start of this universe mode All Elite Wrestling would be where he is, but he's going to fly the brand of Monday Night Raw. Of course, Edge was in the universe mode in 2K24. He's back now and he's back to prove a point. He wants to be top of the mountain again, and that top of the mountain does mean the World Championship. Because we'll have a world title affair next week between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. That one's boiling over. Kicking pinfall here from Edge, trying to put away LA Knight early. And LA Knight, ever since turning his back on the WWE Universe, has become something a little bit interesting. That's the stats don't lie. 400 days as United States champion. The only one before Penta successfully defeated him at Saturday night's main event, Mexico City. This is LA Knight's first piece of competition since that date. The date that he'll want to forget. Caught by Edge. Got to be really careful here. Edge is pushing the pace. The thing is, the ultimate opportunist, when he gets in range and when he starts feeling the momentum, you're in trouble. We saw Edge come back last week through a Raw after WrestleMania to a standing ovation and putting us in a lot of shock. Spearing and laying out John Cena. I mean, you want to run it back? I mean, I cannot imagine this version of John Cena is going to let that lie, to be honest. Haven't seen John in the arena tonight, but I'm sure we'll find some stuff out about that rivalry. I mean, anyone into a big 2026 on John Cena's retirement want to see an Edge versus Cena reignited, and looks like LA Knight's looking to ignite here. He's picking up the pace a little bit in this match, as the age difference is always a talking factor here. And Edge, obviously, last chance saloon for his maybe one more world title. With that being unified, the competition's fierce. I'm very interested to see whether it'll be Jacob Solo or Cody Rhodes that represents this brand and flies the flag against All Elite Wrestling, and Edge will certainly be there to scoop up seconds. And we found out that it will be made official at Backlash. Randy Orton versus CM Punk. Because CM Punk been cheated out of 2 world title matches. We'll have to wait and see what exactly that means for that match. Now we're taking it to the outside, folks. Edge and LA Knight gonna make this more of a brawl. 11 minutes on the timer. And LA Knight playing to this Dallas crowd here tonight. And to be honest, they're actually behind him. They're chanting LA Knight, yeah. That's a rated R superstar. Into the crowd goes Edge. Because count out is in effect, as well as the time limit. Oh, that punch. That's the same punch we saw him knock a goddamn official out with. LA Knight doesn't give a crap. This man has turned his back on everything. Everyone who loved him, everybody who appreciated him, everyone who supported him, he don't care. He's made that pretty clear, and yeah, again. As LA Knight is pushing the pace of this match. He's too busy taunting Edge. He's going to make his way back over the ring. Oh my God. And catches him. Execution. Get him in the ring. You've won this match. 11 minutes on the timer. A 4-minute victory over LA Knight would be something to really put the fear, in Edge's words, the fear of the name Edge in perception to everybody. Now a pinfall attempt. Edge is going to attempt the pinfall and a kick out from LA Knight. Reversal from LA Knight there. Neck breaker. This one's going back and forth. Now Edge is holding his face, trying to conjure up some strength to put away LA Knight, but it seems like he's hurt his face. And Edge now, a drop kick, and he didn't get all of that, but it takes down the rated R superstar. Big kick to the midsection here from LA Knight. Knee drop there from LA Knight. Edge might be looking for a spear. He's going for another springboard and misses. LA Knight telegraphs it. One step ahead yet again, the megastar. That's pretty much been the story of LA Knight's night tonight. He's been one step ahead of Edge for the majority of it. Early stage, it looked like Edge were coming in to dominate, and then LA Knight managing to find the pace. Now Edge is in trouble. Big punch there. And now a back body drop reverse from LA Knight, and Edge could be in prime position for that megastar elbow. He's going to go for it, and it connects. Hook the leg, pinfall attempt here on Edge. 9 minutes left on the timer. Referee in charge, down to the count, and it's not enough. Kick out there from Edge. A knee drop there from LA Knight. LA Knight now needs to dominate this match, continue to progress, and a scoop slam from LA Knight. Maybe looking for a blunt force trauma there, reversed by Edge. Edge is no rookie, by the way. He's certainly dealt with way worse than LA Knight. I can assure you of that through my years of watching. Kick to the leg there. The Ultimate Opportunist dissected his opponent. LA Knight quick out of the corner. 400 days as the United States champion, and a spear! Like his rated RKO team buddy out of nowhere. And I know it's not very professional, but wouldn't you love to see one more rated RKO run? That would be amazing. The tag team division would certainly be put on notice. And an atomic drop there. Of course, Randy is hearing voices. Edge is trying to be the good guy. Don't quite know how that would work. What's LA Knight looking for here? Doing a great job here is LA Knight, I have to admit, and a springboard into the drop kick. Edge is taken down. What the hell's Edge doing? Finally does, oh no, wide of the mark again. Springboard's not working tonight for Edge. LA Knight looking for blunt force trauma again. Edge going to reverse, but LA Knight into the takedown there. Edge has got to be careful here. LA Knight is starting to find his way. Edge is going to go after, what the hell's Edge got in mind here? Oh my word. Somebody stop the damn match. DDT on the ring apron. LA Knight's neck could be broken. Neck break from LA Knight. Seems to have recovered well, but both men are down. To say I've really enjoyed tonight in Dallas, Texas. We've done 2 episodes in Dallas. We're going to move on from Dallas, Texas next week. We'll be somewhere else. There's a lot of action next week for you folks. I'll show you in the Discord or check in the community post. I'll have an announcement of the full rundown of episode 3 of Monday Night Raw as we edge closer to Backlash. The neck breaker there from LA Knight is going to take the rated R superstar down. Edge fighting back now. Edge fighting with everything he's got into the ropes. Maybe he was looking for that spear, and a reverse elbow from the megastar. He's going to go for that megastar elbow again. This time doesn't get all of it. Edge is quicker. And the thing is with Edge, his age is deceiving. Now Edge against the ropes. Under LA Knight he goes, and a big boot. LA Knight's tooth just nearly hit my face on the announcer's desk. And the rated R superstar is dialing range with the sniper scope and a spear. Welcome to the era of Rated R LA Knight. I really enjoyed that main event, folks. LA Knight, to be fair to him, whatever I've said about him before, he can be a real son of a bitch. He stepped up to Edge tonight and he found out exactly what the Rated R Superstar is all about. There's not one spear that did it, and the great resilience he showed from LA Knight. He couldn't quite get that BFT off at any point, and I think that might have been down to Edge's game plan. You know, his hunger to return and prove himself yet again, despite the fact that he is one of the greatest of all time. He doesn't need to prove anything to me, but to these fans and to you guys at home, he's trying to prove himself, show himself in the limelight that he once was in 2008. And it's a great start for the Rated R Superstar here tonight in Dallas. Well, the crowd are certainly behind Edge. I am too. It always makes me emotional to hear this music. Metalingus, Alter Bridge. He has been defeated and knocked out. Well, Edge is going to close the... Wait a second, he's... Oh, for God's sake. It's John Cena with a kendo stick. And receipts are going to be given here to the Rated R Superstar. Edge laying out Cena last week. Cena is going to return the favour. Oh, God, he's going for a double attitude adjustment. And how many times has Edge felt this throughout his career? Business is about to pick up. Cena bowing to the crowd. Get your ass out of here, Cena. John Cena laying out the Rated R Superstar once and for all. And this one is not over.